Bakushin! Where am I? Which part? Oh, they're still on the wrong short keys. Let's just stay like this. Back. Oh, why are we on Twitter? We're not supposed to be on Twitter. That's not the place where we are. Fuck Twitter. We're not going to be there. Never. This sounds like it's a time. Well, hello there, Decken. Decken. Yes. This is going to be a time for sure. And when I say time, it's going to be a time. And with time, I mean time. Have you ever spent a time to use a time? Bakubakushin. Okay, there's enough Bakubakushin. I'm just going to go into the career run that I had going on earlier today. This is Umamusume. I think most of you already know the game, already seen a lot of the game. This is... I also have played just a few hours. Just a few hours. Let me tell you how just a few hours. I only played 62.9 hours. 62.9 hours I have spent so far inside of this game. Won't stay long, should be working on my project, but yeah, I want to say hi to my fireboy at least. Hello there, matcha botcha. Yeah. I hope your project is going well, buddy. I still need you and your brain in the future. So don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, today's thing is not only going to be here the classic Umamusume gameplay. There's also going to be something else that I have. Also, hello head. Also, no, I haven't seen much because it seems popular. Please do explain. You haven't seen much because it is popular? Are you what do they call it again? The people who don't do something because it is popular? Like, oh no, it's popular, so I'm trying to avoid it. I'm a contrarian. I think it was contrarian. Basically, Umamusume is a game where there are a lot of different horses. Like, they're all based on real horses, and they got, like, turned into anime girls. And now you are their trainer and need to train them in their different stats, speed, stamina, power, guts, wit, to make them winners in, like, their different career goals and stuff. And at the end of the career, basically, the horse that you train, you can use in, like, PvP and other things. But for now, I'm just attempting to basically win the career mode with every different horse. I am yet to even click on story mode. I basically always just go into career whenever I have stamina to go in there. You have, like, your horse, and you have, like, your legacy horses, which are, like, 2 horses to the side, and they basically give your horse extra stats. And you have, like, 6 support cards, which basically is that they determine like extra stat boosts, like the different free horses at the side. Like, all of these support card events are because horses I chose, and it basically all decides how my horse is going to grow as a person. The horse I'm currently using is Super Creek, also known as Super Mami, or the woman who does Gugu Gaga with her life on the line. Got most of the coding done, still need to work all the Blender stuff, to be honest. I got the other project today regarding project planning, which is insanely boring. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I have the Abyss thing going on with you that I'm planning. I have the Inazuma thing going on with the Inazuma boys that I'm planning. And I now have this horse thing. Now, what can I teach her? I kind of want to teach her deep breaths. Like, all these horses also have different skills. There's probably some sort of tier list already with, like, which things are better than others. But basically, there are recovery skills, there are, like, max speed skills, there are, like, positioning skills, there are debuff skills for the enemies, there are skills that depend on, like, what position you start in or something, and there's, like, acceleration skills, all these kind of stuff. I've heard the general concept, seen a few clips, but got confused about being mobile plus gacha, so I haven't gone out of my way to watch anyone play it. So welcome here. I mean, there is a mobile version, but I technically only play on the... I technically only play on PC, because I just can do it like while doing other things on the PC. Hello, Taco! Taco the horse! Remember the Black Clover D&D that had supposed to be started in... I don't even remember if it was in... It was in March 2024, which I wanted to start. But I didn't start back then. Black Clover D&D Season 2. Normally it's in landscape mode, but I accidentally had it still on... like, upwards. But here you can also see like my legacy horses. Like, I trained these horses myself, except like this one and this one. But like this B plus horses here, the gray-haired one and the blonde one, they are from friends on my like friend list, and because you can like borrow the horses as like legacies, so that you can use like extra stats. But both the Rice Shower and the Bakushin are my horses. Down here are the support cards. I have the... what I'm back with the... this is Falco, but I don't know her full name. This is, I think, Air Shakur. This one is something about Helios. This one isn't even a horse, this is Aoi. She's like a different trainer, but she's cool because she has like a scenario link and I can farm a lot of skill points because of that. This is Asian Flash. Asian Flash is a German horse. And this is Kita-san Black or something, which is like the newest support card that got released. And I'm very happy that I got a person on my friend list that is a complete and utter whale that got this card maxed out. Because now I can use this card even though I didn't spend a cent of it on it myself. Rosen. To me. Alright, gotta go now. Still too much to do. Have fun, guys. Bye. Have a good one. Matcha, matcha. Yeah. There's also some event going on right now where I earn like different like event points. I thought it was experience points, but it's probably event points. And because I have the Kita-san Black here, I get extra like percentage on the event points, which is nice. I take it. I take it. So we're just going to play one run first to get into the what's it called, rhythm of Umamusume, and then we're going to jump over into why this stream is actually called a Gaslighter special, and also why the thumbnail was that. Yeah, her name is Daikatsu Helios. She cute. This horse is a pace chaser. Was she a pace chaser or late? Chaser. Late. He was a pace chaser. Okay. What's up with Enya, chat? All those weirdos always coming out from nowhere. On my first stream for this game, which I did on my Pyro channel, I read through all of the stories. But because now I have basically played all of the stories, I'm not going to read through most of them, so we're basically really just here for the training part. But elsewise, yeah, what's up with you guys? How was your day so far? Have you slept well? Have you already gooned or something? Like the standard Enya stuff, you know? Talking about Enya, do you remember that a certain Enya event is going to come up? Don't forget to do that. Enya is not here, so I can say that hopefully she's not here. I don't know why she would be here. I'm not even a cute girl. Yeah, it still got a little lost there. Horse girls runs. You try to train them to get better, and then you use magic playing cards. I mean, the cards, you basically imagine them like... The cards are also just horses, but they are like the horses you use as like your runners, and then there are the horses that you use like as supporters. Supporters interact with your horse in like different events. They give your horse like hints on like different skills they can learn. They train together with it, or there's like certain scenarios which they just get extra skill points because of that. And all of these interactions lead to like your horse being trained. I still want to train like a medium and long distance running horse that is like high quality, because my medium and long distance horses are not capable of winning the things for me. Yeah, she did stop by before. That's true. That's true. There was the one time with the Mario Kart tournament. Was it Mario Kart? It was the Mario Kart tournament. I'm pretty sure. One more rest. Art Falcon. That was her name. Going. This one would give me 25, 12. This one give me 21, but I have like different skill gain. I'm just going for more speed. Speed is probably the most important stat for sure. For certain. Do I want to have, what do I get here? This one, I think the top one is like extra energy recovery. The mid one is like extra stats. And the bottom one is like skill points. I mostly go for extra skill points because I don't earn that many skill points otherwise. Here. And now I need to up my stamina. I'm just going to take one more rest and then we're going to do one more stamina. No, she's sleep deprived. No! Please don't get a night owl debuff. Please don't get a night owl debuff. Yes, I can come here for a big hug. Good night. Okay. Okay, we can do one more stamina training, which will not get us to E, but very close. Maybe through something else we can get to E? Nope. Okay, now we have 300 skill points to distribute. First of all, I want to take deep breaths, and then I'm going to think. Probably something for Pace Chaser, like straight descent. I could debuff the enemies, but I'm mostly avoiding debuff skills because I can focus on myself more. I don't like positioning skills, they just don't feel that nice. So I'm going for deep breaths and straight descent. Or straight descent, yep. We do be straight. I probably get blue rose closer and corner recovery as soon as I can as well. You can always look at the predictions, which says like, okay, right now all of my stats are top contender form. Like, there are different signs, which is like double circle, one circle, triangle, like saying like how well you are prepared. And right now I am readied perfectly. I'm also sleep deprived. She's just like me. Just like me. Ugh. I mean, I am a hat. What is Enya chat saying here? Head is being lewd live on stream. Loot tuber head. That's a secret, Taco. He's always naked. Come on. What do you expect from me? I am a hat. Hats don't wear clothes. I am clothed. Ines Fujin is also one of my favorite horses. I think her freckles are really cute and just her design is... Even though it's not crazy, but Ines is just like a really cute design. But for now we have Mami Horse. They start perfect. Like, basically, Super Creek, the horse that I'm playing with right now, is for real like the Mami archetype. Because she for real has like, probably the fetish herself. She wants to literally like do like infant play with people, because there's this one line that she says literally like, trainer, I want to play Goo Goo Gaga with you or something. I want to make Goo Goo games with you. And then another character even said like, what is a god to a mommy? It's just, this game is so stupid. Super Creek for sure is the mommy Umamusume. There is one other horse that is kind of crazy, because Goldship is like, in reality, Goldship is a male horse and is known for having bred with all kinds of different horses, like over 500 breeding sessions. But there is one female horse that is also not yet in the global version, but she is in the JP version, and that one horse is actually the only female horse that ever made Goldship scared of breeding with her. Like, Goldship was always like, yeah, guys, let's breed. Come on, where's that female horse? Let's do that. But with that one female horse, he's like, no, 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 not that freak, not that, no, 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 no. Unclothed and unwashed. It's wild. I think wasn't her name something with Dom? Goldship. Their horse. What was his name? I forgot. Whatever's. You comment brought up some Yakusaki Ami 2 PTSD. I think I know what moment of the game you are talking about. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. You got the first place. And that with 8 lengths of like advantage. My horse is way better than those other horses. Okay. But she's not feeling that well. She's under the weather. That's her whole the whole story of Super Creek is basically she's always wants to pamper other people. She's always doing more and more so that the other people can be happy. She's taking care of everyone around herself. But the one thing she doesn't do is take care of herself. And that basically just led to like her being less healthy, being less motivated, her performance dropping, and then later down the story, we basically learn that but we with the idea of that coming up, we start to support her more. Her friends start to support her more and tell her to do less and just like let others also help out. At some point, she for some reason starts playing the villain. Because she's like, the fans are not interested in some mommy type of horse, so I need to play the villain. Total utter bullshit, but she does that for a time until everybody starts realizing, damn, that horse is so fake. Like, they're not mad that she's playing the villain, but she's like, just be yourself, man. We like you, just do what you want. I need to rest. I also need more fans so I can participate in the Kikuka show. So I need to run some races. Like the... I could run this one. It's actually a good run. Yoto Shimbun Hai! But yeah, for a horse gacha game, all of the different careers with the different horses have a surprising amount of depth to them. Like, not even talking about the training system, the training is just like... It is not as complex as some might make it out. Because it's just like stamina and speed are by far the most important stats. That's it. I'm also underplaying it, but stamina and speed are for sure the most important stat. Yep. Like, Guts you can basically throw away because Guts is just a secondary stamina thing. Wit is for like skill activation, so it is somewhat important to have it like at least like at 400 if you can get it there. And power is like if you have to push through enemies, but if you have like if you're on the outside or something, you don't need to push. So there's a few things to consider, but the main thing that stands out to me is actually the writing. I mean, most things are based on like actually stories, the real horses of like things they went through, but like more personalized and giving them like thought because they are now characters and we can see like what they say and think. So it's very interesting. Obviously, it's probably with some interpretation, with some discussions of like the jockey and trainer, but I think it's a very cool thing. I don't think there's any other kind of game like that because the other gachas, Genshin, Azure Lane, Blue Archive, whatever, they're just... I don't have any... Like, these things are just... They just exist. But this is like, they are technically real horses, and some of these real horses are even still alive. So there is the connection between reality and game, and I feel like that actually makes this a bit deeper than just like some other gacha. Come on, you get Is it gonna be a second or third place? Or if it's second or weep, 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 weep. The third. Sadly, after races, you get like more points depending if you are like first place, second, or third, or maybe fourth. Especially in like the story missions, you get more. But for me right now, it was that I want to get first so that I earn enough fans so that I can participate in the Kikuka show. And if I did that, I didn't need to run another race. But now, because I didn't get first, I need to run another race to get the amount of fans that I need. Which is kind of annoying. Because now I need to rest one day. Yep. Then I need to run another race. But right now there are like sprint, mile, sprint. I don't want to run any of these. Because my horse is not good at sprint or mile. I want to run medium or long. So technically tomorrow there would be a medium race. To run the dirt is not good for me. I could run this, but I think tomorrow is the start of the training camp. Vagrant lore seems super interesting, but it's also Fate, so it also scares me. Fate is also like a wah for me. I think it's cool. I use like certain things from it, even in like some D&D campaigns or something, where I'm like, oh, I can use that idea from Fate. But Fate is also, it's just more supernatural, right? So I also am just a big fan of sports as well. And this game is sports, so I really like it because of that. We are going to go straight into the sumo wrestling. I would love to wrestle you, super great. Power here. And for some reason a failure, she broke her leg. Her mood goes down, camp ends. Speed and power. Yep. Is there a good medium race today? Yep, there is a good medium race, and we're just going to go right into it. But yeah, little tease for what I'm going to do after this career here, because the main thing I want to do is not continue to play the game. I'm creating game, and by creating game I mean I have an idea here, which is why it's the Gaslighter Derby as in the thumbnail, where I'm going to make something that technically with Gaslighters. But for that I need to design a lot of things, and it might not even work out, it might not even get finished. It's something I wanted to try my hands at again. I still have the other thing that I want to do for Chroma Shift, but the other thing is way more work. Horse game is now relevant, and I'm just going to rush into finishing that. It's gonna be like a, if anything, maybe I could even finish it this week, depending on how I progress. Then we need to see if it works, if it can be a stream thing, if it can be a just like private game thing. But yeah, we horsing it up in here. Everybody gonna be a horse. Nomad, Tadpole. Oh no, a gold chip is back there. Gold chip scares me. It's an early, like we're not even halfway in and we do like our ults to like recover HP. Huh? It just occurred to me, if you had a way to hide your head, Lex, and make yourself smaller, put yourself on the horse girl or on a chibi during the loading screen. But then I mean I can just, where is it? Enya's I have the head thing somewhere on my PC. Do I not have the freaking thing with just the head somewhere on my PC? Nope, no. I don't have the head separated on it. Hey, I don't see it. Dude, I should have it somewhere. User. It's. I don't know, man. But it's also always like if I do that, it the head would always be like, oh, now it's in the horse. Now the horse disappeared. Now it's not on there anymore. Okay, now we have our qualifications for the Kikoka show. We get more things from skill points. I'm actually going to do one rest time here, just to be sure that she doesn't break her legs. And then we're going to do one more stamina training because I want to bring stamina up D over the next course. Now, what are we going? I think like golden skills are obviously better than others. I don't remember if unyielding is all that good, but it's like based on like medium. So it's only good like for medium races, and not every race is going to be medium. So I'm probably going to go for the Corner Adept and Professor of Curvature as my next one. Woo. Looking at the stats, we should be... Yeah, like right now it shows like our speed is in like top condition, power top condition. Stamina is like as a like... If it's like a system of like... I think it's a system of like double, circle, circle, triangle, and X. So it's like 4 out of 4. This is 2 out of 4, 4 out of 4. Or like basically like, yeah, this is the worst, this is the middle. I can win this. I'm not in top condition, but I only need to get third. Number 1 favorite. Number 2 favorite is Narita Bryan. Number 1 is... Where's number 1? Who's number 1 favorite? Oh, Rudolph. Symboli Rudolph. Frick you, Rudolph. Gave me PTSD. Narita Bryan, Symboli Rudolph. Make me scared. My personal favorite running style is front runner, because if you're in the front, you just have to stay in the front. If you're a late surger, you have to fight for everyone. If you have an end closer, you also have to fight for everyone. As a pace chaser, like a horse for me right now, you don't have to fight through everyone, but sometimes if you're unlucky, you have to fight like through 3, 4, 5 people. So I personally just like the positions that are more in the front, because you can just easily stay in the front if you are trained enough. These are 2 NPC horses. I'm pretty surprised how well designed the NPC horses are that are like not things that you can get out of a gacha, because they look cute. They are generic. You can see that they are NPCs, but they're still cute. Normally when I just play for myself, I mostly just click on the progress button down here, which skips all the way to like the last like corner to straight, because that's basically the point that only matters. That's the only point that really matters that much. Like over the entire course, you activate your skills, which matters, but really the only part that really matters is like the end. There comes my ultimate. That's nice. Recover some HP. Stamina. And about the marking here, my horsey should do the dash, like the last 1000 meters, because now she's pulling ahead. Maybe up first place. Got the NPC horses after me. Look at the distance between the horses and me already. Super Creek is running. He's running like she heard a child cry. He heard somebody say mommy and was ready to run. Not a familiar force racing terms, but when I did track in high school, the first jog was always easier when I could follow behind someone else. I mean, that is true. That is true, like, when you think about it in real terms of, like it's called slipstream, like wind shadow or something. But in this game, it's just like, if you have to get past other, like, runners, you have to, like, have a higher power stat. But if you are already in front, you don't really have to care that much about a power stat, you just need, like, speed and stamina. So, basically, the more you are in the front at the beginning of the race, the easier it is, because you basically only have to focus on, like, stamina and speed. Maybe a bit of wit for skill activation, but, like, power is important if you have to, like, fight against the other people and get, like, past them or something. But if you're already in the front, you don't need to fight. And now she's shining brightly because she got through her little issue. Next we go into the Arimakinen, which is basically one of the biggest events in the entire game. Trying to work on speed. We have C+ here, so we're trying to train up our stamina to D at least. Kill someone in front of you, you make them your goal, and then if you pass them, next person the goal. But if you're in front, you just make the goal your goal. The rainbow event is like friendship events, so that's always worth more stats. That's smart to just take it with you. Take the speed and power. I risked it 22%. And we fail, obviously. Now she broke her leg again. And she lost 20 speed and 10 power. Damn, she broke her leg hard. 20 speed down. That's insane. Never lost that much because of one failure. There was a 22% chance of my training failing because I had, like, not enough energy left. The less energy you have, the more chance there is for your training to fail. So sometimes you need to, like, do something that recovers the, like, energy. But sometimes you're also like, I'm going to risk it because there's at the moment there's like a big boost on that thing. But you know, every time it works out, and then you sometimes have, like, these bad moments. We are in a worse position this time. Yes, you can see we are drafting behind the pink horse and the brown-haired horse, but we cannot push past them because we don't have the power right now. And also at the moment, Creek is not even really trying to push past because we're still, like, in the early stage part. We're conserving our stamina. But the further back we are, obviously it's harder to catch up to the very front. And it's also that we have to fight through the people, and they could technically block our path. Team Opera or Oguri Cap. Oguri Cup, I think recently there was a movie released that was about Oguri Cup. I need to watch all of the anime and stuff. I want to watch it. For real. Maybe I could even do reactions. We should start our chase. Yep, from 11 to 10. Creek goes up, Creek goes up. Yeah, Creek, you do it. We believe in you, Creek. Super Creek! Super Creek! Super Creek! Yeah, pull ahead, pull ahead! They got nothing on you, Super Creek! You got, dude, you got. She's probably not got this. She got this! Woo! Look at you go! Look at how far she's falling behind. Not even doing a sprint for real. Damn, Oguri Cup is rushing through. Do we even have like repeats alarms? Or is this already the loss of our run? There. 8th place. Do I have a repeat? I do have the free repeat. So failing training is like the hostess training in Yakuza 3, except with cute anime girls. And what is going on here? There's also like the mood. Like depending on what your mood is, you get like boosts to your stats. Like at normal you don't get anything, but at bad you get like minus. At awful you get even more minus. At good you get like bonus, and at great you get like a bigger bonus. So I think I was at bad right now because she probably like hurt herself in training. That was like a slight minus. So we can only hope that this next race here is going to work out for her. We'll go to the red shirt that was in second. Red hair. Do you mean the one right to the left behind me? I didn't look at the placing. Is it more orange than red? Look at her, now she's first. Let me look at the characters so I can say it. I think you mean Mayo Top Gun. Yeah. Do your little lean. Do you mean Mayo Top Gun? Or I mean Max Nature is more like brown hair, so I would think you mean Mayo Top Gun. Maybe you mean Daiwa Scarlet? But I don't see it as red as much either. I think you must have meant Mayo Top Gun. But that's orange, right? Maybe you meant one of the NPCs? I don't know. Top G. I was thinking about Top G. Oh, that was the first time I won Arimakinen, so I get a new cutscene. I can't believe it. Trainer, I beat Tam Tam and Uguri. Now they see your true strength. Gosh, you're praising me way too much. But I'm really glad that I could finish things like this. Super Creek, it's time for your post-race interview. This way, please. Oh, thank you very much for coming to our race today. My cheekiness has caused my trainer a lot of trouble over the past year. I believe that those trials have helped us both grow. Super Creek, what's your next goal? I have to discuss that with my trainer, but I'd love to try for the Osaka High. We still have a lot to learn, but we hope you'll all be here to support us next year as well. Hex with all the ceremony! Jeez, I can't stand. You feel me, Augury? But I suppose we can give her this one. The real battle is only just beginning. Don't you say it. I don't want to hear anything about you being hungry, Kay? Is the cake being cut? Ah, there's no cake! Man, I love Tamamogros. I would pull for Tamamogros. Even amidst the year-end chaos, Super Creek is the best day ever. Get extra stats. Place top 3 in Arimakinen. Hello, Nomad? G, Top G kind of looks like a certain fireball. I don't know, Top Gun reminds you of Enya? I think I wanted a domestic upgrade. I don't know, Top Gun reminds you of Enya. That's a take for sure. Come on, give me, yeah, bushel of carrots. We take that. I take the free energy. And her mood goes down. First we take a rest. Oh shit, her ultimate leveled up. I get the ultimate level up so rarely. I forgot that they even exist. Okay, next recreation. Kind of bad mood. Oh, claw machine. One day while I'm out with Super Creek. Oh, that could be fun. What could be? Look over there. It's filled with so many cute plushies. I look in the direction Super Creek is pointing and see a claw machine filled with stuffed Umamusume toys. I'm still wondering, is it Umamusume, like separated? Or is it like written together? It's like Umamusume. I've seen like both. Like on the Wikipedia I saw like separated, but like elsewhere I saw like together. I don't know. They're so cute. I just want to take care of all of them. I've never really tried these machines before. Troubled look spreads across Super Creek's face. You want to win? Do you want me to win one for you? You really? You do that for me? Well, you're offering, then I gratefully accept. Good luck. Oh, but don't push yourself too hard, okay? It's a big no-no. There's no way I can fail. Not for mommy. And none of them are straight. As we're going for the Michiro Ryan. Come, Ryan! We got her! Easy. Oh, I think I'm going for the center. Okay. There's 2 gold sheeps and 1 Mayan on Top Gun. And we lost 1 gold sheep. But we got 2 more. Ooh, do I want to go for the sideway gold sheep? I think I want to go for the big, nice nature. Come on, big, nice nature. Big, nice nature. Oh, why did she fall down? I picked her up perfectly. That's a scam. Scam! I tell you, a scam. At least we got free beauties. Thank you, trainer. What did you do to the other 2? Horse. That's true Toy Story Teletubbyism. I have never seen such true words. I'm just curious about the plush toys of the actual girl horses in the game. How does it work? Do the girls get royalties for them? Is it part of the horse school commission? I don't really know. I don't really know how it works with earnings. Like, they are professional athletes. So I would guess that they are not only professional athletes, but they are also like idols. So they for sure earn stuff with those plushies. Brox, you don't need to tell us in chat when you arrive. Like, that's a... How lewd. I mean, chat reflects streamer, and Enya is a loot tuber, so checks out. And resist the urge to just squeeze her. Have to make her a ribbon and some other accessories when I get home. And what will suit her best. And wait. That went pretty well. Give me her energy and her mood went up. We got the full mood. And now we go for stamina drain. But yeah, hello Brox. I hope you had a nice day and it's only going to get nicer from here on out. I think I'm going for the power training here because it's like obviously this gives me 20, this gives me 21. Actually 24 if we count this. Like this would push me here up, but this still pushes me into the D range, so I'm going. I always announce my entry. You announce your entry and your finisher, I guess. Okay, we have 216. I want to get Professor of Curvature here. And I think I'm going to focus on Blue Rose Closer next. Maybe Home Stretch. Maybe, I don't know if Unyielding. Like, these are medium focused, so I don't know. Probably Blue Rose Closer. Well, you're a streamer right now, which means we reflect you head. Well, Skelly, I don't know about that. How could you reflect a head? Oh no, it's raining. It's raining horses. Oh hallelujah. What is our this? All D but 1. Meister. I mean, I got 2 C's. So technically, I'm not that much worse. It's like I think the favorite depends on like the average of all stats. So even if I had like double S stats in speed, but everything else is like more in the E or D range, I would probably still be like deemed as like number 6, 7, 8 favorite. I think that's like what it was about like in my Bakushin runs, because it's like taking as like the average of everything together. So let's see if we can get to the URA finals with this Super Creek. I would love that. Because I have not yet won a Super Creek run. Different horses also like different kind of weathers. Technically all of them like good weather, but there are certain skills that make you run better in like rain or in like mud or in certain sort of courses, like if they are in Tokyo, if they are in different places. Yeah, you know? Yep. That's way too early for Clear Heart. You barely even used up any of your stamina so far. That's the problem with like random skill activation. Like, I'm happy she activates her skills, but if she activates like a stamina recovery skill too early, that's just wasted. So I don't know if there's any way to make them understand that they should use stamina recovery things in like the later part of the run. But we're currently already in first place, building up some distance between herself and NPCs. Daiwa Scarlet. No, it's actually Teo. Sakura Teo is her name Sakura Teo? Last bird. We have our lead. We're big. Super Creek, she's getting there. Nobody's getting. Oh, Matakane is already on the upside. But we got this. Nobody's even getting close. Nobody's even getting close. But that Matakane is getting second is a surprise. Matakane is such a gamble horse. Yes, mother. You have run well, mother. Tokai Teo, not Sakura. Tokai. I want Ishin Flash so bad, man. I need her as my horse. Win. Give me all those stats and skill points. Next we go to the Tenno Show Spring in one turn. We get our inspiration. Inspiration sometimes like happens like 2 or 3 times during the run, I think, which gives you like extra boosts depending on your like the sparks from your legacy horses. Okay, I just unlocked shooting for victory. Slight increase in acceleration. I think acceleration would actually be better for me, depending that like my power is slightly lower than my speed. Could go for more stamina recovery. Shifting gears I don't need. So rain sucks for track. It makes your clothes heavier, which adds drag. It makes it harder to stay warm when waiting for your race. And if do a shot put and disc, it makes it harder to use it. Yet rain sucks in most sports. Rain sucks for real for me. I think I want to try to get to like B speed. What are my... I need to... Where's my button? I need to get 3rd place. What are my chances here right now? Like, technically my speed is top, my power is top, my stamina just isn't. I could invest in... I don't even have enough for any of the stamina things. So I'm probably just going to gamble it up and hope that she can get 3rd place. So that I can get the acceleration thing after the run. We are number 3 favorite. We are in great mood. So we should be capable of getting at least 3rd. Like, it should be like Tamamo again, Tamamo Cross and Oguri Kapu. No, it's Teo again. Teo is 2nd favorite. Opera is 4th. 5th is Rice Shower. 6th favorite. Top Gun is 6th favorite. 7 is Manhattan Cafe. And then we got NPCs from 8 to down. Look at that animation. Ten no sho. G1. Ring. Kyoto Turf, 3,200 meters. Haru. Oh no, you see something. Special Week is running with us? I thought it was Teo. Huh? I was pretty sure I saw Tokai Teo and not Special Week. Special Week is one of the 3 protagonists of the anime manga story. Special Week's nickname is Spe. Spe. Like S-P-E. Because it's from Special. Yes, we now got a horse called Spe and a freaking ship called Spe. I think the horse is cooler because I don't care about ships. It's only NPCs in front of me, which is nice. Rice Shower is behind me, Maya no Top Gun is behind me, and like the others. But the 3 in front of me are all NPCs, so they're going to fall behind anyways. It seems like most of the named horses are actually like further behind. Because, I mean, Rice Shower and Maya no Top Gun are with me, but like Special Week, TM Opera, Manhattan Cafe, Tamamo Cross are back there in the entire thing. At least she rushed, but all things considered, I do have enough stamina and guts for all of it. She could ultimate here right now. Come on, Creek. Come on, Creek. Show us your ultimate. Professor Curvature is nice. You can increase your speed a bit. Pushes you into third already. After Professor of Curvature, we need yourself some calm of heart. Some calm of heart. Be calm. Be heart-filled. I know you have a big heart, just like you have a big chest. There it is. Clear heart. He recovers her stamina. Yes. That means she can sprint well. And she's already in first. Look at her. She's pulling ahead. She's pulling ahead. She's giving ahead. Nobody got anything. Well, I forgot that the silver-haired horse is actually a named horse. Her name is Seon Sky. I forgot that. Damn, no, TM Opera. What the frick, TM Opera? Holy shit, TM Opera sprinted past me. And now Tamamo Cross, Special Week, and freaking Seon Sky are doing the same. Aww. Why is she not doing her sprint? We're fourth, or maybe even fifth. We needed third to continue. I only got like 1 retry. I remember like a few days ago I still had like 60 of those. Because you can use like 3 retries of those alarm clocks to like restart a race. And I already used up like over 60. Because most of the time when I try my races I just restart because I believe the horse should be capable of winning. So I think it's Top G's size, hair color, and the jacket that's reminding me of the Fireball. Also one other thing. I can show you the full design after race. If we lose here, the race is done anyways. And seeing that we're already in 4th place back here, this could be difficult. I mean, we're getting in third by like surpassing the NPC there. But Special Week is coming from the side. Not sure. And Manhattan Cafe is also coming from the side. That's gonna be a 5th place this time actually. unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. Unlucky, Super Creek. We end your career here. Yeah. Goal incomplete. We were so close. Only needed for... I mean, these are hard. Like, getting third in Tenno Show Spring is already, like, a challenge. But then we needed a first in Tenno Show and a first in Arimakinen. So obviously those goals are, like, late-stage goals and are going to be very hard. The problem for me right now is that I have 143 stamina points and I don't know where to put them. So I'm just probably going to give her... Disorient. Off to the glue factory. Nah, she's... I don't know if she's gonna be a useful horse. I mean, her stats are considerably too low for her to be a legacy horse. Like, she's probably like not even my top 3 best Super Creek runs. I mean, she got turf free, but she's like a power spark and only 1-star power spark. Hey, she's my 3rd best run. Like you see, my best run is like in the rating way higher. But hey, I take it. We got 90,000 more fans for CS Encore. Ugh. What's CS Encore doing right? Give me those 800 support points. We got brand new friends, yippee. Event point reward, event point reward, event point reward. Yeah. Unlocked by watching the opening. I still need to watch the event story. Gotta do that at some point. I don't think she's good enough to be added anywhere. My team is better than the horse that we just trained. Okay, let me collect all of the rewards. Actually, should I? I don't know. I can upgrade a horse. Which one? Oh, Ryan. I could give her pace strategy. I could upgrade Ryan. I don't care that much about Ryan. Hey, let's download this intro. Okay, I'm pretty sure another Encore is doing. CS stands for Chroma Shift, by the way, Decken. Yubikiri sounds so much more dangerous than Pinky Swear. Why is there Pinky swearing, by the way? What evil things are they saying? Cross my heart and hope to die. Haru urara. I guess this is the backstory for Kita-san Black and Daya. Yeah. Maybe you saw some people on Chroma Shift server talk about pulling for Kita-san Black because apparently she's a very, very good support card. Probably enrolling in the school right now. Symboli Rudolph! They're sneaking in because they're late. That was a cute anime.
トレセン学園で走る意味、それをデビュー前の諸君に実感してもらうための特別レース、いわば新刊レースだ。とはいえ勝負服をまとった一騎当選の傑物集う本気のレースとなる。その姿に諸君が何を思い感じるのか期待しているよ。会長、話の続きは
Tokateo is so hyped up always.
どうやら待ちきれない者がいるようだね。それでは彼女らに夢を示してもらおう。
Yeah, Decken, I understand. Basically because this is a... She's so cool. That's also one of the new characters from the new banner. She's so cute. And she's also so flat looking at the clothes she's wearing. I mean, it's very cool because it's fire themed and everything, and I really like it. But you're barely covered. Because it's an online game, there are like clubs you can do with different players, and CS Encore was at first like the Tonyadachi club, but then they renamed it into CS Encore. Yeah, the right horse is by the way called McQueen. Not Lightning though. Meijiro. You know what the Teo outfit reminds me of? Because I'm seeing the standee standing right next to me here right now. The standee of Enya live in LA. He's also just wearing this tube top or something, whatever it's called. I like the Teo outfit. I like the animation she has with the fiery thing, but she's not a character I would pull for. Brand new friends! Or as they said, brand new friendo! Ooh, are we getting a song? Phoenix. I hope I don't get copyright struck for this. But it's in a game, so it shouldn't. Nice nature also here. Nice that she got to participate. I think I know this song as well. Sounds like something Hololive would cover. Hero is just adorable. I would protect Hero with all of my life, even though she's probably 1,000 times stronger than me because she's a horse. It's in a game, so it shouldn't be copyright. Damn, they got outfit change. Look at them go. Pachi, 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 pachi. Run for our dream. You got a new song. 30 carats. Brand new friends. Shared childhood dreams lead Kita-san Black and Satono Diamond to Tracing Academy. As the best friends meet a host of quirky classmates along with the normal God the fucking hell. Matikan and Tannhauser. They find small yet certain changes developing in their relationship. Train Umamusume during events to obtain event points. Collect lots of points to obtain various rewards. By collecting event points, you can advance through the event-exclusive story. Advancing through the story and completing event missions will earn you event-exclusive support cards as rewards, as well as event-exclusive titles. During events, certain training Umamusume and support cards will give you a bit more points. You will receive event points and prize coins for completing event missions. You can also get event points in daily missions. Use prize coins to participate in the prize derby. Getting a bingo will net you copies of event-exclusive support cards and various items. Yeah, I can already watch episode 2. Yeah, I can already watch episode 2. I don't know if I can. I need 20,000 points. I currently have 14,000. I can watch episode 2, but not episode 3. I think I spoke too soon about Top G. I'll show you the horses soon. Looking here, I already got like a few, but I have there's no way I will get down all the way. I would love to get messing around Nice Nature, but I don't know if I can get down there. I don't know if it's capable for a free-to-play player to get there. Okay, daily. I still need to do that trial. We got 2,000 points more from here. And the event is going for 18 days. The event started like kinda yesterday-ish. I don't know. Universal, that's like British time, I think. But it basically started on the 17th for me. So on the first day, I earned 16k so far. And I need to complete everything. I would need 700,000k. So considering I have 16k at the moment, I could maybe get like 20 to 25k per day. Hello again, Toy Story. So if I get 25k every day for 18 days, that would lead me at 450k. 450k would at least be enough to get Nice Nature and also to get Just Keep Going Matikan and Tannhauser. It would actually bring me all the way up to Toughness 30. Could be nice. What would I be missing? I mean, the biggest thing I would be missing would be like the Scouts ticket and like the Goddess statue. Like 150 carats is nice, but it's not necessarily nutty. Okay, let's do the bingo. Train Momo. Yeah, that's already explained. Can win prize depending on how you place the prize derby. But when you win a reward for the first time, you will have a chance to get bingo. Okay. I mean, all of those are nice, whatever. Bingo reward list. Oh, I can get also the... Oh, it's okay. See. Okay, let's spin the wheel. We got 16 spins. Have you considered just going Bakushin to earn more points for the event? I mean, I have won like 2 or 3 Bakushin runs. Duel Links has taught me anything. It can be done as free to play, but the time investment needs to outweigh what other people pay into the event. We got the shoes. Got the monies. You get that bingo, baby. Let me get that bingo. Yeah, we didn't get that one yet. That's nice. Come on. No dupes, no deeps, no dupes for hat. No dupes for hat. Yeah, we didn't get the dirt running shoes yet. That's nice, that's nice. We're 4 for 4. Come on, baby, come on, baby. We're 5 for 5. Only 3 more. We got a bingo in 2 lines. Okay, I thought we need to have like the full card. We need to have the full card to progress to the next card. Okay, just like that we get bingo rewards for everything. Okay. Come on, Papa needs a new pair of shoes. Not those kind of shoes. I need the pink or green ones. There's the pink shoes. That's what I needed. That's 2 more bingos. We got the Carrot Jelly Mini, and we got the Sunshine Doll. And we need green shoes and some support points. Come on, come on, come on. That's the red shoes. I like red, but not the thing I needed. Come on, come on, come on, come on. If you gamble, you win. Just keep gambling. Always keep gambling. Come on. Yes, yellow is related to green, but we need green. We need green. We need green. I'm seeing green. There's green. There's green, baby. We got obtain nice nature. Nice. Already? No reward. Oh yeah, okay, it's a nice nature here. I guess we get all of those nice natures so that we can like dupe her so that she's maxed out. Come on, we need the friendship points. Not the friendship points, not the friendship. I mean, okay, we need the support points. I got 2 more rolls, so I'm just going to do it. I mean, to begin with, I need to hit the thing. And there's like no other way for me to get it. So I just need to gamble. We didn't get it. Well, that just means I need to go here again when I have more coins. Okay, that's something. Okay, let me go into the gacha pool so I can look at fiery. There. Beyond the Horizon, Tokai Teo. She's a good turf runner as she's only a medium? Like, very focused on medium. Certain victory. I like the fire animation, is so cool. I mean, it's also nice with like the, I guess, ice wings. But the fire is so much cooler. Beyond the Horizon, Tokai Teo. But I'm not going to summon. I'm not going to do it. Potential levels. I can actually upgrade. Oh, because I got blue shoes, I can upgrade my Matikane or my Goshi. Matikane is so gamble. Like super lucky 7. Start in bracket number 7. I don't want to buy that. I can upgrade. I guess I can upgrade messing around nice nature. Forgot that I can already uncap you once. No, I can't. Oh, yeah. Okay, so when I do support card, when I do a run again, I need to use the discard. I need to use discard, and I need to use the Kita-san Black card that I have for extra event points. Okay, get it. Which do horses give like extra event points, or is it only just support cards? Not sure. But first, we need to change our music. This is not the kind of music we listen to in this family. Next Frontier is a nice song, don't get me wrong. But there's only one song you should listen to in your life. And it's this song. Bakushin! Bakushin, Bakushin, Bakushin! Bakushin, Bakushin, Bakushin! Bakushin! Banger! Bakushin! Bakushin! Scratching my eye. I'm cleaning my hats. And after we did our first run, we're now going over to the thing that was technically the plan all along. Because we're going to listen to the song for the rest of the stream. Maybe not for the rest of the stream, but for a long time. Because now, we're going into this screen. As you can see, there's Miss Top Gun again. And there's the free Gaslighters. There's Sport Gaslighter, there's Nerd Lighter, there's Art Lighter, but where's Gamer Lighter? Well, he's down here. Oh, wait, that's all for you. There he is. Well, not he, they, no gender. I just say he because I don't know. He is gender neutral to me. Umamusume, the Gaslighter Derby. This is the point where life really starts. I'm working on this. Let me go over here. Content table. I can update this actually. I think I need this here and put it back in. Table of contents. As you can see, the table of contents just got updated. Table of contents contains a whole system. This is not written. That's why you see that the pages are all so close together, because there's no words inside of them yet. First of all, introduction, introducing the entire thing. What is the Gaslighter Derby? Then how to start, how can you play this game? And tools that you need is basically just like you're gonna need a D6, a bunch of D6-sided dice, and then other things. How to use the different stats in the game, how to train, what you can do with races. Races are not species, they're actually racing. And then the journey with the different like things you know from TTRPGs, like how to manage your time, how to move, how to handle the environment, what you can rest, what you can do between races. And then the entire race thing. You basically have like the race system. How does it work? You have how to move during races and position yourself. You have actions you can take during races. You can how to handle your stamina. And then comes the important part, the character selection. Selection, because I wrote selection. Selection. Because I wrote it wrong. Because instead of like creating your own horse, it's kind of like, it's not really like a TTRPG like D&D where it's like that. It's more like a normal tabletop game, like where you just come together, pick a character, roll your dice and use some cards or something, and then you do your thing. You do your thing. So the horses are going to be, there's the roster. Currently, the horses that I just wrote in here are Frozen.exe, C. Johyun, Nomad Tadpole, Scallywagon, and Taco the Cat. But don't be mistaken, Taco the Cat is still a horse. Basically, all of these horses, let me scroll down to horses, are going to have like the standard thing that we know from Umamusume. They will have speeds, stamina, power, guts, and wits. They're going to have different preferences and affinities, after like being good at turf or dirt running. But to give it a more bit variety compared to like in the game, I also included sand and nature runs. Nature basically meaning like free track, just like, I don't know, running through a forest or something. And also like the different categories with sprint, mile, medium, long, and also front, pace, late, end. They're also going to have like growth rate bonuses because each horse actually has like bonuses, which is like that they are grow faster in certain stats. And also each horse at like potential level 1 has like their unique skill and like 3 different skills that makes them up. But besides those skills, the horses also can have like acquired skills. The acquired skills are separated into acceleration, debuff, positioning, recovery, rival, speed, start, track, vision, weather, and negative. And those skill cards are actually separate, like these are skills. And there are chances to activate. The entire system is still to be determined, to be made. I don't know if I'm going to do that in like Gaslighter streams or if I'm going to do that myself and then like pick up some Gaslighters to play. Because I also need to write things down. Did I write that down in RIP? In the race system, the start, your turn. Did I write anything down with cards? Oh yeah, up here. I basically just wrote down the things I want. There's going to be a stat system with different stats. The maximum stat value you can achieve is 600. You mainly use the 6-sided dice, or like you only use the 6-sided dice. I have nothing to offer, but everything on Taco, being a cat and a horse, has to be a bonus. You basically use like training to increase your stats, and training is like at first it's like you have your standard system of like you have, I don't know, Taco starts out with 12 stamina, but if you train stamina, you roll a d6 and then you add like that value to the thing. But the better your training facility is, the more d6s you can roll to increase the stats. And the support cards are going to be like... Support cards are also going to be like either like trainers, different horses, or like other certain kind of events that can give you like boosts. But my idea right now is that because in the game, in like the Umamusume game, it triggers like depending on like sometimes depending on what you train, it gives different boosts and stuff. But I think to make it more like gamey, it would be like technically my main idea would be that there actually is like a deck of cards, or like maybe even if it were to be like a game that you can buy in a store, maybe they could even have like booster packs for the support cards, where you basically like the horses are like maybe in that stuff. Maybe they can also be in booster packs, but like the support cards are like you buy them in booster packs to build like your support card deck, which is always also just like 6 support cards big or something, so it's not that much. And they give you like different boni. Like each of those 6 support cards has like 5 different events or something, and then all the different events from the support cards are going to be thrown into like one roll, which you can do like with roll 20 or something. So if it's like 5 events for 6 cards, it would mean like every time you trigger an event or so, you basically roll like your d30 or whatever, and then you get the boni for the event thing, and then the event thing gets removed for the rest of the game. This is like not a D&D campaign in the way of that it's done technically endlessly and you can go on for on and on and on. It really is just like it can be played like for one time, and you can even start at whatever stats you want instead of starting stats. But you can also play it for a longer time, where it's like you start out as like a weaker horse with barely like double-digit stats or something, and then you train and train and train, and you come to from like a no-name horse to like a high-winning horse at some point. Yeah. Skill cards and random chance, like it's the chance to activate the skill cards during races is probably going to be related to wit stat. The support cards it's going to be random chance, and it's probably going to be related to the thing of like what element the support cards are. So I need to, that's one point I for sure need to add somewhere. Where would it be? Support cards, where would it fall under? Journey, races. I mean, it would be using stats. No, it would be in the race. No, there's user skills, so support cards would be under between races. It would be somewhere in the journey. Time, movement, environment, resting, between races. Okay, it's going to be here. Like here's going to be support cards. Okay. The actual race gameplay is the one thing that I am still thinking about. Maybe it could be based on a normal 52 play cards. 2 to 4 is a bad training, fail, event. 5 to 9 is good. 10 is king, great, ace. 10 to king is great. Ace, super event. Joker is question mark. I mean, you could do that because, like, if you play it in like a system like Tabletop Simulator or Roll20, you can also pull cards, so that you would just assign like the support cards to like the different cards there. The Bakshin is already making me slightly mental. The Bakshin is making me slightly mental, but I need to go on. The Bakshin, the more we listen to Bakshin, it's going to increase our mental capacity. So it could be like, so considering like, let's say a support card. A support card is like a speed-based support card or something. And then you do a speed training. So when you do a speed training, there is an event that the speed-based support card will trigger, so that you have a bigger benefit, gain more stats, or maybe gain some sort of skill that the support card can grant. So the question is, what would that chance be? Does the chance depend on like the... It shouldn't depend on like the success or like how good your training went. But it also is. It shouldn't just be like always like it's a 10% chance that it triggers. So maybe it's actually like you said, Decken, which could be a neat idea. If you have like your card deck with like 52 or whatever cards, and as I said, you have 6 support cards, and maybe each support card has like 5 events. Let me check in the game. It's probably going to... If we look in the support cards, for example, the support cards here have this SSR support card has 6 events. The SR support card has 4 events, and an R support card has 2 events. So considering SSR, like, we're just going to say that every card in the system is going to be SSR or like equally treated. It's either going to be that every card gives like 5 events, or every card gives 6 events, and then we can determine that with the rest of the thing. So it would be either with the 52 card deck, where it's like you have like the 36 events that come from the different support cards, and you have then you have like 16 dances of like nothing happens if you pull them. Shin! It should be... Instead of a card, it's probably going to be like some sort of roll. So if we say it's 60 as the number 60, because like I used the D6, the 6-sided die for the system. Why I use the D6 is because technically everybody has a D6 at home, and then they could use it for the game. If it's online, you can just roll with whatever anyways, but if like you were to play it in person or something, I gained a new follower. That's good. They also got Akita Sunblack, nice. So if it were that we roll a request from Daiwa Scarlet, sorry Daiwa Scarlet, but we need to go back to this. So if it were to have like, there are 60 events you can trigger, and there are 36 events that can be triggered through your support cards. Let's say there are 30. So it's like a 50% chance you trigger like a support card event. And then there's there could be like different events as well. Like there's there's your support card events, there's your regular events, there's your also be like negative events or like nothing happens events. So we could make it like it's 60, as like 30 of those are support, 15 are nothing, and then distribute or something else, or I make it a bigger number than 60. But I think that's the best idea I can have for that at the moment. Random chance to trigger during training. But then there wouldn't be... I mean, that would basically say that it wouldn't be... It is still a random chance, but it would remove the factor that certain cards are for certain, like, training types. Because if it were to say that a card is for, like, speed training, but you trigger, like, the support card for speed training after doing power training, it would be kind of bad if it were to say, like, well, not how it synergizes. I guess you could say that if they synergize, if like you trigger a speed support card when doing speed training, then the effect is even bigger. I think I remember seeing a crit successful chart for D&D where people roll 2d10s and sort through different results based on what they got. I mean, yeah, in D&D you roll like a D10, D20, and like a 1 on the D20 is like a crit failure, and a 20 is like a crit success, which is like either like it doubles your damage, or like you miss, or you instantly succeed in something. But I don't know. It should probably be something like it should probably be something like dex size of 60, maybe 90, maybe 120. 36 of those are support events, X are standard events, X are bad events, X are nothing happens. And the skill card system is basically like you earn your skills through, like, you have your basic skills that you have, and you have like the skills you can earn from sports, or like you can acquire through training. The chance depends on the wit stat. So, but how would that work in the game? So let's say you have like your skill deck, and the skill deck depends on like what skills you have. It's at the start, it's basically like you have like the 4 different skills that your character just starts out with. And so the skill deck would always be 4 big. So that would mean that maybe for every X amount of value you have in like the wit stat, you get to roll to see if you are able to activate a skill. Like every turn you get to try to see if you can activate a skill or something. So it would be like, for every X wit, you get to roll roll 1d6 to determine if a skill activates. But what would need to be the limits, or like the goal to that you activate a skill? So for let's say for every 10 wit, but it would be too much. For every 10 wit, you get to roll 1d6, and the max stat is 600. That would mean that at 100 wit you would roll 10, and at 600 you will roll 60 d6. But then what is like the value you need to hit to activate a skill? Let me look at wit skill activation. Umamusume. Wit. Nope. Wit guide. Do you have a thing? Nope, doesn't say anything. Condition view. Is that it? Database. Articles. Beginner's guide. Types of stats. Wit. It's too complicated. Training in the wit facility also doesn't use any engine and gives a small amount. Activate ration skill. Okay, so it's too complicated for the beginner's guide. So it should be in. Then race mechanics. Wit. And increase chance to increase target speed and increase stamina consumption. Effective domestic. An S rank aptitude will increase it by 10%, and A rank does. But that's not wit. That's not the wit explanation. Oh, horse will roll a random start delay. Wit check. It's not. There's no answer here. I guess he's for a final. Bah. I saw percentages somewhere. Umamusume skill activation percentage. It's most likely Reddit. It's always Reddit. That was this thing. That's the list that I have open as well. I saw some page talk about percentages. I want to see percentages. Activation chance. Higher would have a higher chance of activating when. Yes, but how much higher? They're Goonhammer. Obviously, it's the Goonhammer website. They got the best information. With with government skill usage, and if the unit's wit is not high enough, they have a lower chance to activate skills. At 200 with skill, they have a 55% chance, and whereas 300 is 70%, 500 is 80%, but they can never reach 100%. Helps if racers becomes rushed. So if we recalculate this, a horse in actual Umamusume, or like in the game Umamusume, currently has a maximum stat of 1200, and I set it at like 50% of that, so 600. So if normally at 200 wit they have a 55% chance, 200 is 1/6. So at 100 wit they would have a 55% chance. I don't want to do the math. So if at 100 they have a 55% chance. I need to ask ChatGPT, my good guy, ChatGPT. What am I even going to ask it? So it's... Bakshi is going to make me crazy. Okay, I'm going to copy this over in my text so I can write it down myself. Okay, we go over here. Okay, we delete this. So basically, this is at the... in Freddy Derby. It's this one. It's the at 200 wits, they have 55 and so on. But in Umamusume, the maximum is 1200. But in my game, the maximum in PD, it's 1200. But in Gaslighter Derby, GD, it's only 600. So I need to put everything divided by 2 just. So that means at 100 wits, it's 55%. At 150, it's 70%. At 250, it's 80%. But that leaves me with the question of like, also for the main game, if 500 is already 80%, how does the math go up? So because it seems like from 200 to 300, it's a 15% increase. From 300 to 500, it's only a 10% increase. So it's like with 100 more, you get 15%. With 200 more, you get 10% more. So now with 300 more, which would be like 800. At 800, you would have 5% more. Is 85%. It starts to curve, but it also is not this, because if it's like this, and it's like, okay, so with, it's like 100 more, 200 more, 300 more, and if it's then, I mean, they did say it never reaches 100%. It never reaches 100%. So if we go with this and then say like 100 more to that, 200 more to this, 300 more to this, and then 400 more with like the same increase, like 100, 200, 300, 400, it would be like at 1200, it would be, it's like 15% increase, 10% increase, 5% increase. So it would be only a 2.5% increase at that point, which would mean like 87.5%. But personally, I feel like if you're maxing out the stat, you can get a little bit more of a reward, so that we can just say it's 90%. So that would translate to like 100 more, 150 more, 100 more. So it's, that means at 400 you would have the 85%, and at 600, 150, 100, at 600 you have the 90%. The so that would be like this. But what does it mean? Skill activation 90%. You could always, that there is a dice like that in D&D. It's called the percentile dial, which is basically just like a D100. You could say that you roll a D100, and depending on that, you see if it works. And I think that's the easiest idea. So that roll percentile die. Yeah. For D6, 85% wouldn't work. But if you use the percentile die, which would be a barrier to entry, because in online game, on Tabletop Simulator or Roll20, Foundry, or whatever kind of thing, you can easily roll a 1D100. But if you're playing with your friends and family, you would probably need to Google like D100. And then go on some website to roll a D100. Let's go. 85. Start roll. And stop roll. And that could work. There's monkey. But then that leaves the question of like, okay, we know what it's at 100, at 150, 250, 400, and 600. With those numbers, we can obviously calculate what the percentage chances are for every other, like, amount of wit stat. And I kind of need that in a list, right? Because it's not that, like, between 100, like, from 100 to 149, you're always at 55%. No, obviously not. It's not like a jump the moment you reach 150. It's gonna be, like with every more wit, it increases. ChatGPT, my guy. Let's see if you can put it. Let's see if you can do it. Yo, my dude, my bro, my gaslighter. If 100 wits equals 55% and 170 and I don't care about sentence structure. What do all the values from 1 to 600 represent in percentage? Let's see. I need to check that later. What is Spee talking about again? A's all around. Okay. Hey, look, we got a graph! We got a graph! Look at this graph! Don't extrapolate it. With 1 is around 20. I want every number. So at 150, it's, I guess that makes sense. Give me every number. Okay, I download the TXT file. That's a lot of numbers, my mate. That's a lot of numbers. I can delete a bunch of those. Let me Google. Let me go into YouTube projects. I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's that thing. Okay, let me make a new one. But I can't use that because let me ask the guy again. Shit. Make it so only says percentage. I don't want to have numbers in front of it. What do you mean? It's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. What are you showing me? I mean, you can see this, right? You see my I mean, you don't see my struggle fully because you only see the top right corner. Ooh. How do I do this? This looks annoying. I mean, I see the numbers. It's just like super annoying. It's very zoomed. Yeah. I can give you a different one. This zoomed in screen. Where's my shit? I just want to copy the reading screen from here. Nope. Okay. Pull this down to here for now. Where's heads? Why is that invisible? There we are. The thing that I find annoying right now is that this is how ChatGPT gave it to me. With the one is this. But because I copy it over into the document here, it's like a one file. So if I want to put in a line diagram, it wouldn't work. Because it work like this? I forgot how it works. I didn't do it for so long. Shit. Shit. Oh, I hate this because I need to like separate. It says like I don't need it to say 25.3%. I need it to say only 25.3%. Remove percent numbers. Come on, good. Come on, my dude. I believe in you. I believe in you. I don't even want to fact check it. Fuck you. I mean, I do have the numbers here. I just need to round it. It's like 1 equals. Okay, we're gonna do it. 2 equals 26. Wait for 20 hours. Different language just threw me off. It looks really cool. 3 is also 26. 4 is 26. 5 is 27. First of all, let me make it easy and just pull this one down to 600, so I only need to type in one side. Actually, no. Stop right here. How do I do this again? Diagram. Let's say it's B1, B. Also C1, C is 600, and yeah, B1 is going up. What the frick is going on now? Now it says 1 is 25. It says 2 is 26. It says 3 and 4 is ours. This is correct. This is actually the graph that I want, right? Yeah, this is actually the graph that I want. So if I were to, first of all, stretch this down to 600. The music is not helping my crazy. Pull this to 600. Then type in the numbers. 27, 27, 27, 28, 28, 28, 29, 29, 29, 30, 30, 30, 30, 31, 31, 32, 32, 32, 33, 33, 33, 33, 34, 34, 34, 35, 35, 35, 36, 36, 36, 37, 37, 37, 38, 38, 38, 39, 39, 39, 39, 40, 40, 40, 41 already. 41, 41, 42, 42, 42, 43, 43, 43, 44, 44, 44, 45, 45, 45, 45, 46, 46, 46, 47, 48, nope, 7, 47, 48, 48, 48, 48, 49, 40. This is not exciting gameplay, but this is technically what I need to do in the preparation right now, because I need to know every number. 51, 51, 51, 52, 52, 3, 53, 4, 4, 54, 54, 55, 55, 5, 6, 6, 50, 57, 7, 57, 7, 58. I don't know if it's the same values all the time, because this is 3, 3, but then it's 4. Is it like a rhythm? This one is 58. This one is 59. Is it? And this one is 59, and this one is 59. It's like 3 59s before it goes to 60. Then it's 61, and it's 60, 60, 60, which is 4 60s before it goes to 61. So is it always 3 3 4? 3 3 it's 3 3 4. It's 3 3 4. 3 3 3 4. I think I can just, because I see the growth now, it's always like, you see it's 358, 359, and 460. So if I do it like this, oh, because it's not rounding. Ugh. No, why didn't it work? Like, ignore this 25. If I do this, 26. No, let's ignore the 27. 3, 3, 4. It'll be, yeah, until I hit that. Until I hit the thing where the growth changes a bit. But it would be here. And then, but why is it now? It should, like, considering that all the other numbers had like a certain growth, it doesn't make sense that if I do like the autocomplete that it shows that stuff. It doesn't check out to me. I guess it shows the same number as over there, but I don't know why it shows the same number and not just the flat number that I'm doing over here. Matches the number in the first column. That's correct, but why? But why does it match the number in the first column? I don't get that part right now. Like, why does it match if it's always like full numbers here? Oops. 69 already. We reached 69. And look, now it's 5 times 69. Because that's not true. Here's it's already 70 here. 70. And then the growth becomes like 0.1. Means I can do this. 70 until here, then it's 71 from here. 71, making it slightly faster because I can just pull it now. Because the rate isn't consistent. I guess the rate isn't consistent, but it is consistent, right? Because it is like there is a pattern. There is a pattern, so I would have guessed that it would still continue with the pattern. 70 to 72. Now I can pull the 72s down to here. 73, 73. Pull these down here. 74, 74. Pull these down here. 75, 75. This down all the way here. 76, 76. And pull this down all the way here. 777. Here. 878. This one down all the way to here. 79, 79. All the way to here. This is not the smartest way to do it, by the way. This is for sure not the smartest way to do it. But I don't care. It works. It's also not that slow. Damn, okay, now here it's taking longer because as soon as we reach the 250 mark, it's getting slower again. So we can pull it down even further, all the way to here. Because only here it gets to 81. How do you say freigeben in English? How do you say freigeben in English? Freigeben. Give access? Or do you just want to know how to pronounce it? Freigeben. Frei. there's the light roll with the R. Frei. Like in frieren. Frei geben. In English, it's like release, set free. He classifies also freigeben. Frei. I can pull this one down all the way to here. Then it's 82. Sleep deprived, by the way. Is it late for you, Decken? Or did you just not sleep? I thought it's like early to midday for you. How to say that words? Also, thank you. Keep trying to put more emphasis on the Ben. Freigeben. I mean, it's like if you put it into like parts, that is one of the parts. Frei, geben. Ben like the name. Ge. G, like G from, I don't know, GG, GG. Frei is like frei. Freilich. Like what Eren Yeager always wanted to be. Wait, here. 85. Here. 6. '86. The hit anime '86. That's crazy. 7. 8. Not a good number. Ugly number. 89. 89. Until then it would be 90, and it's probably going to be 90 until the very end. It technically is 90 until the very end, so it is midday, yes, but I work overnight. Got off work 4 hours ago. Okay, so you technically are in like your day pattern, you are in the direction to go to sleep. Considering this, and it's like you already hit like 90 at like 580, technically that would mean there's no reason for you to continue to invest. Because why would you continue to invest if it's like rounded up and you are here at this point already? And sorry, the word in the top right, blue text box, is just drawing my attention. Oh, yeah, that basically, you know, I mean, you know, Google stuff. It's like if I wanted to give other people access to the document, yeah. I think just to make it more enticing for maybe people to strive to max out the stats, I would say like that from like all of these small slow steps, but suddenly when you jump to 600, it increases to 92%. A 2% increase after it took so long for even 1% increase? I feel like that's enticing to try to max out the stats. If you are already at like the 580 mark, only 20 away. Only 20 away for another 2% increase? I feel like that could be enticing. Okay, so technically these are numbers. And technically this is a graph. I like that graph. It looks kind of weird because the numbers are rounded, right? But it's kind of cute. Kind of cute. I would take it out on a date. I would probably take it out on a date. Teletubby! Teletubby! The Bakshi is not making me insane. So technically these are the numbers. Can I increase these? I don't want to... Should I just make a screenshot of this here? Should I just make a screenshot of this and put it into this document? I go beyond 580 to go even further beyond. Plus ultra! Or just max numbers. Makes brain go brrr. I could just make a screenshot of this, go in there. But then people would need to... I want the left side to be more accurate. Can I do that in this thing? Because it shows only like 0, 200, 400, 600. But I want it to show even the steps in between. Can I show that? Why does it drop? No, that's wrong. Labels extra. Nope, nope, nope. This is not visualizing it. I mean, I could always first of all delete this. Why not? I could always take a screenshot of this. Screenshots. Go on Imgur. Post. Call it width, skill, activation, chance, Gaslighter, Derby. Post to gallery. Go into my posts. Go into this. Here. Open image in new tab. Copy this link. Go in here. If I put here, stats and bony should be here, and then I copy this here and put this here. Scroll down. And it should show this thing. The graph. Now I only need to position it right. I don't know why it says img up there. Can I delete that part? No, I can't. Why does it say img up there? Is it this part? Okay, why not? I don't know. Position. The width is perfect. Actually, does the width to be 817 or can it be 800 flat would not be enough, 810 would not be enough, 12, not 30, not 40, not 15. I mean, 15 seems to be fitting well. Let's take it 16. And then make bottom, if I say it's like 1. I don't know where it needs to be. First of all, it doesn't need to be this big technically. It's enough if it's like half as big. If it's 400, it's big enough. Because now I open up the different thing. If I call this Gaslighter Derby with skill activation, here freigeben. Everybody who has the link can view it. So I can copy the link, then I can with with 4 plus 5 more. It needs 4 widths. And if I do this text editor, page font image, watermark image. Can I put in hyperlinks? Link to page. Click here to go to page 3. But it's like this, but I don't. How does it work? It's linked to page. Like if I say, okay, what if I say, what if I put P5 here? Would it put me to P5? I am on P5. What if I say P7? Would it put me to P7 if it's like this? Okay, it works in the way that I think it does, but I want it to be like a hyperlink. Footer, page numbering, column break, white block, QR code? I don't want a QR code, man. Where's hyperlink? Table of contents, index, home breaker, add comment, link to page. I mean, I could just put in the hyperlink. P7? We haven't even gotten a P6 yet! And you want P7 already? Oh! I mean, I could put in the link to the Google Docs like this. Can I make a fancy link? Custom link. Tiny URL. I mean, it would work like this. If I were to say just were to put this here, so that people can click on this and get here. It's not the most elegant solution, but it is a solution. Also, I need to open this head RPG. Idle Corp. This is a leak, by the way. Because this is the other thing that I'm working on. The Idle Corp TTRPG. What did I... Like here. And it says like... Anyways... Using stats. Yeah, it isn't using stats. Correct. It's the correct place for it to be. Then I come to the writing part now. Yeah, Decken, if you're here, if you are witnessing this, I can leak this to you. It's a TTRPG system, completely new, completely redone. I do have ideas to make it even more. And it basically is like, instead of the species, you have your fandoms, which means you can be a Gaslighter. You have like your starting stats. You have your size, which just means if you're 20 centimeter, 20 to 45 centimeter sizes. Where are the sizes again? The sizes are actually... The sizes are 1 meter by 1 meter. So if you're 20 centimeters to 65 centimeters, you would be the size of we. If you are 65 to 1 meter to 1.25 meter, you're mini. The 1.25 to 245, you're standard. The 245 to 485, you're big. Your 485 to 975, you're gigantic. And then it should say 975 plus is woo. Because we woo. And I basically have like Gaslighter standard attack and Gaslighter species finished. I have the young pup species finished. I have the scallywag species finished. I have the nuthead gem finished. I have Fandit finished. Technically, I could remove Nuthead and Kamisito and Carnies, but I don't want to remove them, so they're just going to stay here. Then the entire system is like you can acquire like different traits, being like there's the anti-trait, because it's all about like freaking Oshis and VTubers. So this trait grants the character the threaten, the intimidation kind of skill. My comment was in regards to the Idol Corp. I guess you've been working on this for a while. Oh, right. It's called the Idol Corp TTRPG, yeah. That's also why combo traits. I did say something about Idol, right? Yeah. Hello and welcome to my Idol Corp tabletop role playing. Yeah. When did I start this? Can I say that? Can I see that? My Bruce. It only says when I last edited. Can I not see when I last went in there? Like when I started it? I mean, I can say when I started it in a way because I wanted to play something from that with Taco and Skelly and Ankh and Loki. Yeah, those people. And the group that I created to invite the people. When did I create that group? The group for that was created on January 28th this year. But I started working on this thing sometime in November last year. I didn't even realize that because the change is so insignificant. But yeah, I'm going to use the Oshi quest. At first it was just called Idol Corp TTRPG, but then I was like, that name is boring, and then I renamed it into Oshi Quest, because Oshi Quest somehow sounds cooler, because it's like it's about your Oshi and you are going on a quest to succeed in things or something. So it's the Oshi Quest. I already have like a whole re-system because I think I am using the D&D. I'm using the D&D systems of like you have one action, one special action, which is like basically action and bonus action. And I'm going to rework the thing of like action, bonus action into like action points of like your character has 3 action points at level 1. With those 3 action points, you can do different kind of actions. You can use the move action. You can use the attack action. You can use X other action. And if you level up or have like a higher speed, you get another action point, so you can do more actions. Sometimes skills use up more than one action. I don't know. It's all good. No need to chroma shift it anytime soon. If you set up after all, it's you to set up after all. Yeah. I mean, it's not even like it's going to get me anything. It's just it's like a passion project. And I want to finish this. That's also why this, as you can see up here, this document with the TTRPG system, it's 88 pages long at the moment. You can see like introduction, little comment from me, how to start the game, then how the stats work, explaining like vitality, technique points, strength, whatever, how the bony points work, trait bonus work, because there's a whole practice system, like attribute tests like in D&D as well, and like what signifies like the challenges of like level challenge 1 to 6 is like for a noob, blah 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 blah. The different categories for skills, cheering, like everything is kind of like renamed. Instead of like the help action like in D&D, it's like cheering because you're cheering for your teammates. Then you instead of like a long rest, it's a big eep, because I don't know, that's what VTubers say, right? There's gonna be a alchemy system, there's gonna be a cooking system, there's gonna be a crafting system. The combat system I said I was reworking. There's gonna be a clash system. A clash happens when 2 opposing creatures end their turn in the same space, because in this system, unlike D&D, you can share a space. And if you share a space with an enemy, a clash happens. That is a special event. Both have to make 3 separate attack rolls, and the one with the higher total of the 3 rolls wins the clash. And then one of the following effects takes place. If you want, you can also let your players choose the effect, otherwise you can make it random for like some randomness. It's either gonna be big damage. The winner gets to deal damage with 1 attack, but the amount of die used is tripled because it's big damage. They're clashing. Or you have L plus ratio. The loser gets pushed to the ground and is floored, which is basically like they're tripping on the ground, they're being pushed. And so if you're on the ground, everybody else has advantage to attack you. Or like the third option, blocked. The winner can decide 1 trait that the loser has that gets blocked for the rest of the combat. And there's going to be like collab things, because sometimes people have certain traits, like sorry, I'm gushing here. Like a Fandelion, for example, is not really an attacker. Fandelions are healers, supporters. But Fandelions, their standard attack is called Fluffball. But normally Fluffball is just like you put some of your pollen on the enemy and it slows them down. It's kind of like, it's just a debuff, it's nothing too big. But if then the people are marked with like the thing, you can basically trigger the collab called Pollen Burst if you are like a Gaslighter. Because a Gaslighter then uses their fire, their Ember Toss, on like the pollen that the Fandelion put, and then the damage from the Gaslighter is going to be doubled because they ignited the pollen of the Fandelion. So there's going to be like combination play depending on like what fandoms your team is, and you can combine different traits for attacks and other things. Yeah, the standard stuff. You have the damage dealing, the different damage types of like arcane, dark, fire, frost, electric, impact, light, poison, psychic, slicing, sound, piercing, void, and wind. And now, yeah. Instead of calling it death saving throws, I called it termination. Because normally when you fall to 0 health, you're unconscious and you're on fear of graduating. But if you get severe damage of like, if you get dealt damage and the damage is even higher than your total HP, you instantly die and you basically get terminated. Terminated meaning like instantly over. But if you're at 0 health and it doesn't happen, you do graduation tests. If you fail 3 graduation tests, you're going to graduate. Instead of like calling it dying, your character would graduate. Technically it's death, but I just thought it's funny to use the different word here. And then we have the different fandoms of like Gaslighters. Gaslighters are more like speed and intellect based. Like we have like high charm because we're gaslighting, we're lying. We have high mind because we're smart for all of our ploys, and we're fast because we're fireballs. And our standard attack is like using the mind bony, and it's like fire element and ranged. And we get like the gaslight ability, which is basically like we are very good at lying because we have not only the deceit skill, the lie skill, but it's doubles. And our other skill is flare up, which means we can use this trait, and every time we use the trait, we grow hotter and hotter. And flare up basically is we can use 2 technique points to activate the skill, which makes your body grow hotter, and in turn your next fire-based attack will deal double damage. This ability could be stacked. So that means if we use flare up for 1 turn and then use Ember Toss, our next Ember Toss would deal 4d6 damage instead of 2d6, but if we keep using it, it would be first turn, flare up would go from 2d6 to 4d6, but then it would go from 2d6 to 6d6. It's because it's then tripling. It's not 46 double to 8. It's like always like another like the base value added. I don't know. Maybe it's worded weirdly. Oh gosh, I hope the who are you test isn't part of the termination test. Tonedachi and Sheeple are not done. Young pups are like good because they're fighting in groups, and they are like if like they're thugs. They have more health. They are more tough than the ordinary like fan or something. Scallywags are little doggies that are like normally when what was it? It was Bonebound Resilience. Bonebound Resilience. Bonebound Resilience. If a damage would normally reduce you to 0 health points, you can choose to use free TP And then you must make a vitality toughness test with a challenge level of 3 plus the damage you have taken. Unless the damage is light or from critical hit. If it's light or critical hit, you cannot use the ability. On a success, you just remain standing with 1 health point instead of falling unconscious. And that is happening because scallywags are already like, they're already dead. They're already like skeletons or like ghosts. So they have a chance of like, better chance of like staying conscious or something. Puppet's not here, Fannyland's not here. Nutheads are like, I don't know, they deal more damage to wood and they have like a mechanic ability because Nikki mechanic. But their standard attack is actually a bit more special because it has the recovery trait. So the damage dealt by their standard attack, which is like 1d6 plus strength, would also get added back to their health. So they are like a lifesteal kind of thing. Fanlets are, I know, I made them ninjas. They have like their standard like tail swipe attack. It's just like a standard tail swipe. Then they get Poco style smoke jutsu. Must have been a wind or I fanned it. Basically, Poco style. So stupid. It's an action they can spend free TP to use this technique to disappear from everyone's sight and turn invisible. Until they get hit by anything or deactivated willingly, they remain in the state. It's like a stealth ability, which grants them to like attack from the shadows or something. But it could also work to not attack or like be invisible, because I thought like they want to stalk Poco, they want to be in her room, they want to maybe steal some of her panties or something. So they develop this whole ninjutsu style to get closer to Poco. Raccoon Raid also. Here's a little lesson in trickery. To get more funds to support their wife, Fanits have continuously gotten better at stealing, playing tricks, and doing other things unnoticed. They basically are better at like the trickery, at doing card tricks, stealing, or like other things, you know? I'm so passionate about this shit. Kamisitos and none of the other ones already are written. Yeah. Because Fanits would have been one of the enemy characters that I would have done. Skelly would have been a nuthead. Loki would have been a scallywag. Taco would have been a young pup. And Unknown would have been a gaslighter. That's why these fandoms are made already. Then you go down more and see like... Then it goes on and says like... All of these acquired traits. Like things you can learn. You can, like the anti, you can learn how to use axes, you can learn how to barter, you can learn how to be good with animals, you could use a bow, you can use claws, claymores, daggers, deduction, deftness, judgment. Like, look at how many things there are. And then there are like also like higher grade ones. If you like get better, you can learn the master style. There's personalities, there's different languages. There's like ancient beast language, which is the Tonya Tachis. You have Chaos Talk, which is spoken by Koanikis and puppets. You have Common, which is spoken by us, by the random humans. Draconic by the Kamizitus. Fawny is spoken by basically all of the like animalistic monsters. And wait, no, Fawny is spoken basically by all of the carnivores. And Flory is speaking by all of the herbivores. Pogo is like the slang that all of the Fanits speak because they basically develop their own language because they're so fanatic about Poco. Prismal, Gemstones, Pyro is the language of the Gaslighters, and Soul Tongue of the Scalawags. Then you have 12 different backgrounds to pick from, where each of them give you like pieces of equipment, give them more traits, and also grant you like a more one extra point in like your stats. Was it one extra point? I don't remember. It's been a while. And there's all of the equipment. Like you literally can have like your merch hoodie, which grants you like 1 damage reduction. You can have like your apron, also 1 damage reduction. Also a lot of flavor just and stuff. Where is it? Then there are other things like you can have a rare item, the Oshi mark. The Oshi mark gives you like different things depending on like which fandom the Oshi mark is from. If you have like the honk of disruption, the Carney Oshi mark, then you would have as a special action you can emit a loud honk, forcing creatures within 10 meters to make a mind sanity test, or they become distracted from the honk. What was the Gaslighter? Gaslighter was self-destruct. Once per big E, when you're reduced to 0 HP, you explode, dealing 2d6 fire damage to everything in 10 meters. Because Gaslighters explode. I don't know. Didn't I have a body pillow? Body pillow. Yeah, Dakimakura. A large, comforting body pillow with an image of a beloved character. If you love them enough, they can even stand up by themselves. I forgot that I wrote this. Fucking Decken. A large, comforting body pillow with an image of a beloved character. If you love them, the body pillow, enough, they can even stand up by themselves. Oh my god. This is horrible. This is painful. I don't know if you get the reference. But yeah, basically Dakimakuras allow you to restore 1 additional health die if you gonna rest or something. You got a customization from combo traits, you can be multi-fan, you have all of these different traits. Different skills also customized here because every... Like, there are the traits of like, oh yeah, you can use your X maybe, but if you use your X, then maybe you can use the Aegis Ripper if you have like the Armor Splitter skill at level 5 and also the Advanced XR trait. You can learn the Aegis Ripper skill, which costs 8 TP and deals like 2d6 damage per level in the skill and also reduces damage reduction of the enemy. So much. There's even Wake Up Slap. Wake up! Wake up, fan! We got an Oshi to watch! At the cost of 2 TP, you can use the skill to remove the sleep or confusion condition on someone. The alchemy thing is still empty, the cooking thing is still empty, the crafting thing is still empty. Conditions are here with bleed, blindness, burn, charm, confused, demotivated, drunk, frightened, frostbite, floored, guardless, hyped, invisible, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned. The poison is categorized into alcohol poison and strongly poisoned. There's also the reverse status condition. There's the skill sealed status condition. Sleeping, slowed, stunned, unconscious. There's different properties for weapons, which are like currently burn, dark, impact, melee, pierce, precise, range, recovery, slice, swift, two-handed. There's the appendix for the NPCs, which is like NPCs are categorized into angels, automatons, demons, dragons, elementals, fairies, fans, fauna, flora, humanoids, oshis, otherworlders, and undead. And now to the K skills. Wasn't K. Oh, it's just K. Yeah. There's no K skill so far. There's no K trait. But yeah, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the things that I wrote here and just transfer them over here so that I can progress this thing faster. But the concept, the idea of yeah, this thing here, this graph, that was important. It was important that we made this graph. These skills are also great. Freak you! I made so many skills, but it's obviously going to be that some are empty. Especially some letters that you're just not going to have that much of. Like, there's also no O skills, there's no Q skills, no R skills, there's no U skills, there's no W skills, no X and no Y skills. And traits. They're traits, not skills. There's a difference between traits and skills. Can we just say that we have been listening to the Bakshin song for like over an hour or something? Bakshin. But yeah, Chroma Shift TTRPG. It's not gonna be finished this year. Technically, it's playable. Technically, I could show it to people. Technically, I wanted to play it already with people, but it never got done. Maybe I can just tell the story that I wanted to tell with that on the head channel at some point. Maybe you can write it down or something. Because there was a whole story. It was connected to Life in LA. But Life in LA has already been so long ago now. And right now, horse game is just like the big thing. So we got the wits that worked out. That was important for skill activation. So now we know how that we're going to do like the random chance for the support cards are like with the deck size. Where you pull like a card every time to see like which card you're going to get. Because it's not going to be like that, we're probably going to just roll the number of the total cards in the deck and see what card we pull. But in an optimal state, there would be cards, but we don't have that, and we are not game programmers, so it's just going to be rolls. We got also to determine how high the chances are for skill activation. So basically, when you are in a race, it would be like in a turn, you roll a dice. And if the dice is like in the activation range, which is like at 100, you would need to roll a 55 or higher. And then you would activate it. But activating would still mean that you basically just go to your skill card deck and pull one of those skill cards randomly. And that determines which skill gets activated. Big question still. That was also one of the main questions that I kind of was working on for this thing. Maybe I'm going to talk with it in Tonyodachi chat later as well to get some ideas or something. How the actual races work. Because if we go on Roll20. If we go on Roll20 and we go on Encore, Reboot, Rebounds that beat, Release, Relate, Reprise. Look at this, everything was basically already prepared here. I had the Loki thing completely prepared. They had all the skills here. I don't. You see, there was even a token with Nova already, because they would have gone in this place here, and Nova would have greeted them. I'm never going to play this, so I can just leak it. Nova would have been here like, yes, welcome, Loki, Taco, Skelly, and Ankh. Welcome, thank you for coming. We prepared everything for you, and it's a big problem. We need to talk about blah 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 blah. Thank you. That's all of the information I give you. I need to go back to work. Life in LA still has a lot of things to do with. And she would have left and said like, the rest you will get explained from the boss of the entire operation. She would have left the place, and then you guys would have waited for a bit. Maybe checked out, like, big boss? Who's the big boss? Who's the big boss of this whole operation? And then at some point, after you maybe started checking around the room, talk with each other for a bit, I would be like, and then I would have revealed the head sitting on the big chair. And the head would have been like, so you haven't noticed me yet? Well, it's me, Enya's head. You probably all know about me. That's not a dungeon, it's just like a room, man. I mean, look at the overworld for freaking Live in LA. You have like all of this stuff, and then in day one, you basically you would have gone to the Princess Palace and investigated this place, because it depended on like basically, as it would have been like slightly of like a mystery type of game. So Nova and Head would have given the players the first note with like a hint of like what the mastermind that wants to ruin life in LA wants to do. And it is so easily written that they would have understood that they need to go, like, they look at the overworld and are like, the first riddle of the enemy is like, oh, you peasants wouldn't be able to stop me even if I told you my plans. 1 week before the concert, my evil scheme will begin. And given your lack of competence, I shall toy with you all like puppets on strings. The whole mission basically is like discovering who is the mastermind that wants to ruin the life in LA thing. And the hints here is basically like the oh ho 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 is like the classic Ojo-sama laugh. So that's why they would have gone to the Princess Palace, because oh ho 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 ho, you peasants. And basically like Noble be playing around with the peasants and everything. So that would have been the hint that they should have gone to the Princess Palace. But when they arrive in the Princess Palace, they investigate here, check out the different parts of the things, maybe find some items hidden here and there. And then they go inside the Princess Palace. And inside of the Princess Palace, are the tokens? Did I delete those tokens? Should be here. Why are they not here? There should be 4 fanits here. I don't know why the 4 fanits are not appearing. Basically here, there would have been a battle against 4 fanits. But the 4 fanits are like spinning. There's like 3 fanits that are... That's why I don't know why... If I pull this out, is he visible? Oh, he's invisible. Crazy. Cannot even touch him. Is it because I deleted something there? Oh, in. He's here. I mean, there is no dragon. It's like, also like, it's kind of railroaded because it's a story to tell. So, because of the hint and them wanting to discover the thing, they would follow the hint. They would follow the hint to the princess thing, where they would fight against the 4 bandits. The 4 bandits are, like, 3 of them are clockwise spinning, and 1 of them is counterclockwise spinning. And they all are, like, confused about the entire situation, and even they start attacking the 4 players, but the 4 players are, like, defendants are the entire fight like, we don't want to do this. We came to this place because we got a message saying that Poco would be here. That's the only reason why we came here. And then they suddenly start attacking the 4 players because they're like being controlled. They're basically them being clockwise, and counterclockwise is also like a hint. Because after you defeat the 4 bandits, like, one of them has like a note on them that you get, which is like the second hint, and it says like, wow, you managed to defeat these poor idiots, but I'm already 4 bandits ahead of you. This is still supposed to be fun after all, so let me help you a itty bit. My next step will be out of this world. That much is true. Try to find me. That is enough of a clue. And here the hint is like, you go back into the overworld and just look around. Okay. 4 bandits. The hint is out of this world. So looking at all of these things, we have the Royal Random Dance, we have the Tiger Shrine, we have the UFO sightings, Dragon Nuggies, Cookie Booth, we have Lisa's Nightmare, Hyena Pub. So out of this world, whatever could that mean? And 4 bandits ahead is also like, it's a stupid thing. Basically, the thing is like, you have, it says like, if you go 4 steps, yeah, like 4 bandits, if you go clockwise, counterclockwise, it's like clockwise, counterclockwise. Maybe I miscalculate something, maybe they would need to be different. Group doesn't get the hint, they could go to any location in a Fury. They could, and that's also, like, worked in the idea, because if they have like a 7-day limit of finding the villain of the thing, or basically they get the bad end of like, life in LA was not a success and the villain was capable of like interrupting the whole thing by, I don't know, cutting off some steel freaking plank that fell down on the viewers during the concert. Dark. Because if they didn't get the hint that out of this world and 4 planets ahead is basically like 1, 2, 3, 4 to UFO sightings. UFO sightings is out of this world. Then day 1 would be dead. And that's why from day 2 onwards, I basically made it so that every page is here, like everything. but I technically didn't make anything because there's like a map for the Tonya's Kingdom. There's a map for the Witch Treasure. There's a map for all of these different things, where you can encounter like different people. Obviously, I didn't really put anything there yet because I wasn't in that preparation. I basically had session 1 finished, and I also had like the UFO sightings finished because like when they go into the UFO, at first they would have been greeted by this Carney. But this Carney is none other than Sword, if you remember who Sword is from Enya chat. Sword would have been there, and Sword would have been like, so you guys came here. So I guess, like, you got the hint at least right. And everybody would have been first like, what? Sword? Sword is the one who wants to make life in LA like a failure? But then Sword would have been explained. Maybe he would have gotten beaten up. I don't know. Sword would have said, no, I'm not here. I'm only here to troll you guys. Because Sword was paid by the villain anonymously to just be there to make some mess and give you like some sort of other hint. And all of these fans are like Ferumi's fans. That's why Ferumi's fans are like all over the ship, because this is Ferumi's like spaceship. And also why Ferumi is over here in the tank, because Ferumi is like, she was preparing for the concert. And now in this hyper technology tank to recover HP, she's recovering at the moment. And one of her fans is currently taking care of her recovery. And basically in here they would have like needed to search for the third node to know that to like know where the enemy is going. And basically depending on like how long it takes. So if this is day 2, if on day 2 they don't go to UFO sightings to find the third hint and go somewhere else, and then only on day 4 they go to UFO sightings to find the third hint, then they would need to follow the third hint to the third location where the fourth hint would be. And from all of these things, you could have somehow like calculated where the villain would have been before like day 7. And if you were capable of like getting to the place where the villain was before day 7, you would have like, there were 2 chances. Either it was like a premature battle against the villain because they were like faster and able to find out where he would have gone, or like a climatic battle at day 7. Already the concert was about to start, and in the background the 4 fans are fighting against the big villain, trying to stop him from making this whole thing a failure. Or they are too late entirely and the concert ends in a failure. That was basically the story, yeah. Big yap, big yap, big yap. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. The big question for Umamusume Gaslighter Derby is how the gameplay would actually work. What is the actual race gameplay? Because where is it? Up here. What is the actual race gameplay? Because I can change the... Where's my OBS? I can change it. This again. What is the actual race gameplay? Because it would be, there's a race. Let's say there's a 1,000 meter sprint, or 1,200 meter sprint, or 3,000 meter long run. It doesn't matter. But let's start simple with there's a 1,000 meter sprint. So is it like, it wouldn't be like for every number in your speed stat you can run 1 meter, because that wouldn't make sense. Is there like a number for that? Umamusume sprint times. Typically 1,000 meters long. Nope. Actually, let me go over on OBS, remove this, go here, if we go into a race, team trials, make team trial really quick so I can check the average times for the first place in the different races. It's a dirt mile race. Placing here. I can see that for 1,800 meters they approximately run 1 minute 47 seconds. I need to write down those numbers. Damn, I'm losing. Getting destroyed. I want to see the race result. Okay. So all things considered, it's 147 for dirt mile, but what is for normal? It's 143. So so that means at most mile time 1 minute for approximately a mile is like one, like top times for miles are like 130-ish maybe. Let's just write down 140 for mile times. For sprint, 1,000 meter. Sprint, 1,000 meter. It's approximately 56 seconds. 6. And maybe each track is a set number, 30, 50, 80 for example. Players roll d6 based on their stamina and progress based on the roll modifiers, event skill, increase defense. Increase hashtag number of d6s or rerolls. Yeah, technically it would need to be a number, but then it needs to be like considered wait, let me write down those numbers so I can answer you and my brain is fully there. Medium 2,200 meter is 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Then we have long. How long is long? 2,500 meter with 2 minutes 30. Element couldn't say everything correct. Yeah, I think I understood most parts, but because the thing that I am thinking about right now is first of all we need to return back to the Bakushin song. Don't you think it's kind of freeing not listening to Bakushin for a moment? But we need to go back. Okay. I understand completely what you mean, Tekken. It would be like, so let's say a sprint is like 1,000 meters. Or it doesn't really matter if a sprint is 1,000 meters, 800 meters, or 1,200 meters. For the simplicity's sake of the game, a sprint is one number, 30, for example. Mile is the next length, which would be 50. Medium would be 80. And long would be like 100 or something like that. And then you roll like a d6. And every turn is a certain amount of seconds, whatever. I wrote down the times for the different runs to calculate how long technically one turn should be. Because I was like, okay, if it's like they roll a d6 and it's like they roll a 4, does that mean they walk like 4 spaces? Like from the 30 spaces of the sprint, they walk 4. But then it would be like, how often can they do this? Like, a d6 is based on their stamina. Shouldn't the d6s be based on their speed? Of like, or like maybe it could be like, If it's like depending on their speed, like let's say every 50 speed you get one more d6, and but for every space move you use up 10 stamina. So, and if your stamina runs out, you can not roll d6s anymore, but you can only move one space at a time or something. Like, I think I need to pull out paint. I think I need to pull down paint. Does paint 3D still exist? No, let's just go with paint. Let me pull out paint. MS Paint. Is he paint? The freak? The freak is this? Why can you not see paint? I can see Enya, chat. I mean, it can capture my cursor, apparently. Idiotic. Are we this? Let me go here. Let me go into Canva. This one. I don't care what you see here. So if we say, I just want to write something out. If we say like a thing is like, a sprint is like 30 spaces long, and movement depends on, what is the sign for? Depends on sign. It's like a sign for it depends. Like it correlates time symbol. This does not imply. Okay, what if movement equals speed? So movement E6 equals how do I write this? Okay. A sprint. A sprint is 30 spaces big, and your movement let me zoom in. The movement depends on your speed. But it is actually that every 10, no, did I say 10 or 50? 10 would be too less. Every 50 speeds, can abbreviate it into SPD. Every 50 speeds equals 1d6 movement. But that would be crazy. because that would imply, this here would imply that if you have every fifth, like from 1 to 49, you would have 1d6, but at 50 you would have 2d6, and that would imply that at 100 you would have 3, 150 you would have 4, 200 you would have 5, 250 you would have 6, 300 you would have 7, 350 you would have 8, 400 you would have 9, 450 you would have 10, 500 you would have 11, 550 you would have 12, and 600 you would have 13. And if you roll 13d6, you could technically finish a sprint in 1 turn. So it needs to be higher than that. So maybe instead of 100, the line curves, remember? Yes. So maybe it could be, if you get every 100, you get 1d6 extra. That would mean that like 1 to 99, you are at 1d6. 200, you are in the 100 areas, you are at 2. In the 200 area, you are at 3. In the 300 area, you are at 4. At the 400 area, you are at 5. In the 500 area, you are at 6. And then at 600, you would have 76 movement. 76 movement still is technically that you could run the sprint in 1 turn, which is still like too much. So the problem probably is that the 30 is too low if we do this system. But I would I want to have the increase to be at 50, because that would otherwise if it's at 100 it would take too long to see like increases for like actually get something out of the training, right? So I would probably need to double up the thing. So if you write this down here again, 1 to 99, 1d6, 100 to 199, 2, 200, 299, 3, 300, 399, 4, 400, 499, 5. The 5s would be 6, and 600 would be 7. But that's not enough. Let me go into my upload schedule. So if it's like 50 equals, like 1 equals 1, 50 equals 2, 100 equals 3. Okay, pull this down. No, because it's 1. I can just ignore this. So if it's like this, I can just pull this down. So that would mean that at 600 it would be 13. We could actually just make a little extra, pull it 1 down, and say at 590 you get 13, and at 600 you get 15 to make the thing appealing again, right? To invest fully into it. Sprinting mouse was just meant to equal a short race where speed endurance is important. Speed is more important than endurance. And the event or skills are more important than longer races. Yeah, I understand what you meant. I'm just pulling this. I freaking move this. Okay. Okay. Exactly. Okay. So if we have this and say at 600 you could move 15 15d6 of movement. 15d6 of movement would be 80 potential maximum, or like 15 minimum. If we say that the sprint times here are what we take as like medium values of like a sprint is like around 1 minute ish, and then we need to find the values through that. So it's like every 50 is 1d6 movement, but we also need some stamina rule. That's the important part that we come up with after that. Right now we're looking for this number here, or this number, so considering if a person is rolling 1d6 at the start and should still make it to the goal in. So if we say if it can't be 30, because then they could roll it with this in like one turn. So it needs to be higher than 30. Because I want it to be like, let's say if it were like three turns. No, let's say like if every turn is 10 seconds. If one turn equals 10 seconds. One turn equals 10 seconds. And like an average racer but my racer is not average. My average was above average for this time. So an average racer would probably take like 1 minute and 1 minute and 20 seconds or something. So 1 minute would be 6 rounds. And one minute would be 6 rounds. And the highest number I have here, like for 2 minute 30. 2 minute 30s are 120, 150, which would be 15 turns. Or like a long race. And that also needs to correlate with these numbers. So let's say could scale the dice based on the 100, 150, 250, 400, 480, 560 rule from before, unless we're for something else. That rule was basically just how it, because it fits with how it worked in the real game with the wit stat, with skill activation. Skill activation was in that sense a bit different. Like that was that 100, 150 and so on was mainly for skill activation. So yes, it was for a different thing. I don't know how I can correlate this to, because if it's like this, and let's say the average is obviously not halfway. Halfway is not average. The average is more like here in the 200 part. So if the average here is, if we say like half is not average, like bit below average is here. So 250 and you have 66. 66 means you can. What is the average of 66? Average 66. Average of 66 is 6 analyzed. The average of 66 is 21. So oops, so if you have 21 as like an average for 66, that would mean if they run 6 it would be like 60 seconds turn. Second 6 turns, so they would need 6 times 6, 21. So that would mean if we take like 250 as the average time of what a person takes to sprint, and then time it into the turns. What I'm doing right now? I'm doing like the 66 average, 66 average, which is 21, and saying I know that the average sprint time is about 60 seconds. So I'm thinking that 6 turns, and that means like because it's 6 turns and 6 times this average roll, it would mean like 6 times 21. 6 times 21 would be 126. So that would, if we round this down a bit and say like a sprint would be 120. But then if we use this, if we use the 120 as the starting thing, that would mean that the person with only 1d6 would, because 1d6 average is only 3.5 or rounded up for 4. So if the person with that they would need 30 turns to finish a sprint. But a person with only a 1d6 is like technically an unathletic person. Because if they were to need 40 turns to finish a 1,000 meter race. 40 turns means 10 seconds is 1 turn, so 40 times 10 is just add another 0, 400. 400 seconds are around 6 minutes and 40 seconds. 1,000 meter sprint time. World record is this. I don't care about world record. A beginner could run 4 minutes and 45 seconds for 1,000 meters. So, because they are horses, slightly better than human beginners, it would be like 4 minutes instead of 4 minutes 48. I feel like that checks out. I feel like the 120 is actually not a bad value. But yes and no. No, it's all RNG. 1d6 rolled at max beats 3d6 rolled at min. That is true. That is true. That is all. Yes. That's part of the game, right? That's part of the game thing here. That technically there is a chance that the 1d6 runner could beat the 5d6 runner. Like if the 5d6 runner were to always roll minimum and the 1d6 runner were to always roll maximum, the 1d6 runner would reach the goal faster than the 5d6 runner. If we go with the 15d6, the 15d6 has 52. With 52, they basically are like, they need for 2 turns, with 2 turns would be 104, 105. So they would at least need a 3rd turn. So they would be like in the 23, 24s. If the highest speed stats were to always roll maximum and we use 10 seconds per turn rule, that would mean that they need around 23 to 25 seconds to finish a 1,000 meter race. Which I think the 120 value here seems good. But that is speed. If we say like a sprint is 120 spaces, and the others are easily calculatable with like what's the English word for that? Lasers. With rule of 3. Is that actually the math thing? Yeah, if you have like, because I know the time for this, and I know the space for this, so I know what to calculate. And then if the 1d6 activates a skill to steal a d6 from the 5d6 for a round, it's that's the whole game fun part, right? So I think the I think the sprint 120 is fine. I can actually calculate them. So let's write down mile, medium, long. So if we consider math, if we consider that with 1,000 meter sprint, how long is a mile? A mile is 1,600. Okay, you write this down as well. 1,600 meter. Okay. If you consider this is 1,000 meters and this is 1,400 meters, so we can calculate how much is 100 meters first of all. Because 100 meters is just take the 0 away. So 100 meters is 12. So that means for 1,600 meters it would be 12 times 16. And 12 times 16 would be 192. Medium is 2,200. 2,200 times 12. That's wrong. That's wrong. What did I say? I lost my own track of thought. How did I do this? 12 times 300. No, 12 times 16, I said. So this would be 12 times 22, is 264. And the long is like 2,500. 2,500. No, not 2,000. 25 times 12. 25 times 12 is 300. So these are like base values. Basically like 100 meter. Let me write it down further below. 100 meter equals 12 bases. Because that would mean in a long race, the person that has the 15d6 could technically finish in just 6 rows, which is 1 minute, which would be entirely super fast considering that the time for the horse that I used, which is slightly above average, not average, is like 2 minutes 30. Even the best horses are probably like only like in the 145 mark or something like that. But that is only like if everything goes perfectly perfect, that would be the time. So, and that's also like for this kind of long race. I think those numbers are good. I think those numbers are good. So the one thing I am thinking about is how can stamina come into play? If these are the numbers for speed, then I'm wondering where does stamina come into play? Because every stat needs to have a use. Because we still have let me make everything smaller. Okay, because we already have we have the movement and speed part finished. Then there's still power. Movement, like speed, stamina, power, guts, guts, and wit. These are the 5 stats. Speed, stamina, power, guts, and wit. Wit, it's not written, it's like skill activation. And that's also finished. So we need stamina, power, guts. Stamina is obviously self-explanatory because it has to be related to like your dice usage. So like if we say like for every 10 spaces you walk, you use up 1 stamina. So we can already have 600 again, right? 600 is the max value of a stat that a person can have. If we use 600 as a stat in this way and say like for every 1 space they use up 10 stamina, that would mean in total they could only move 60 spaces. So that doesn't work. And 300 is also not the max value because this long race is 2500, but the longest Umamusume race should be 3000 meters. Okay, let me filter into long. There's a 3600 meter race. Yeah, 3600 meter is the longest race possible. And 3600 like max length race 3600 equals 36 times 12 would be 432 spaces. And a person with 600 stamina should be able to run the 432 spaces. So, but it should not be like only a person with 600 stamina should run that. A person with 600 stamina should run that well, but others should also be capable of doing it. So, if we were to say a person with if we were to say 500 stamina as the limit, and say like one point. We cannot say that like you use up 1 stamina per 1 space. We could say that. We could say that like on a base you use up 1 stamina per space. And it's just simple like that. Like, if we say 1 stamina equals 1 space. Like if you're running by yourself, that's technically that. But if somebody else were to like body check you, like with, I don't know, what did I just close? Honey feed. I need that. If let's say there's a runner with a nice, delicious ass. And there's another runner and ahead of them with no ass but massive hits. And they were to the runner from behind were to push them or something, then we could argue that that would obviously also remove more stamina from them. So while technically you could run a sprint with just 120 stamina, other people could push you, and just by them pushing you, you lose like another stamina thing. But I think the stamina reduction like that is actually fine. Like 1 per space is actually just simple. It works out well. We don't need to think about it too much. Are you live for 3.5 hours? I did not expect this. I did not expect it. So that is fine. That's fine. So we need power and guts. Power is like the contest of like if somebody were to try to push you away, somebody were to try to get past you or something. So power is actually one of the few stats here that is a contest. Power is a contest stat in my opinion. Where like if somebody were to try to push past you, both of you roll a certain amount of d6. It could be this list of d6 values again, and then the winner of the contest remains like ahead of the other contest. Dice. Progression. S. E. Winner gets ahead. Winner gets head. Winner gets head. Winner gets ahead. Down here. Winner gets ahead, and then I can write. Winner. Winner loses. Here needs to be a number. Stamina. Loser loses other number stamina. So that would mean that I don't just want to say like numbers like winner loses 2, loser loses 4. I don't just want to say those numbers, but I also don't want to say like maybe the differences of like if the winner loses, like if the winner rolls a 20 and the loser rolls a 10, the difference between those two numbers is a 10, and the loser might lose like the difference between those two numbers, and the winner loses like half of that difference or something in their stamina. I feel like that would be fine, because like, or wouldn't, I mean, it doesn't make sense that technically the winner loses so much less stamina, because maybe they used more stamina to win the like power contest. So it could be like that. It could also be like, it could actually be like that. Actually, let me remove all of this. It's a contest. It's still a contest, but it's not the same progression as speed. Instead, player decides how much stamina to use, and now the arrow again, for contest. Because it's like they're using their stamina to have like a power contest. So if we were to say you use 10 stamina for like 1 dice in the power contest, but the enemy were to use 20 stamina to get 2 dice, they used more stamina, but they won the power contest. So it could be like some sort of strategy of like, how much could the enemy be using in their stamina? And then when it's like, so did you decide how much stamina you want to use for the power contest? And then everybody says yes, and then everybody reveals how much they used, and then the contest like takes place. Yeah. Here's how much stamina to use for contest. 10 stamina equals 1d6 power contest. I think that is a nice way to work with power. So the only thing left is guts. Only guts. So guts would be... Guts... What was guts again? Guts was a useless stat, it's like a secondary stamina. I don't want that to be the case. Guts is one of the most complicated Umamusume and not generally worth as much attention as the other 4. Essentially, Guts helps you train you with those photo finish races more often. It's sort of like a secondary stamina meter, giving your racer a final burst of energy when they're neck and neck with another runner. It's much more important for longer races than short sprints, but it has a place in most builds once the other stats have been sufficiently upgraded. Hard to tell exactly how Guts is affecting your training at any given time, but when they catch a second wind and blow past the competition, you'll be glad to see it. Okay. It's like a second stamina, but I don't like that. Guts, Umamusume. I heard in JP it has been reworked. I don't know. My brain is burned. My brain is burned empty. My brain is burned empty. I think I'm going to end the stream here. I think I'm going to post this picture in Enya chat, and I'm going to ask like people, what could Guts do? But my brain is done. After almost 4 hours of listening to Bakushin, and working out these ideas, and basically almost having the game mechanics finished. I'm done. I mean, we have the base finished. Now I just need to give it like a skeleton of like words and everything, and also finish like the skills and everything, because the skills could be another big thing to mess me up. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. I'm mentally done for everything. So Decken, Taco, Skelly, Teletubby was here. Brox was here for a moment, Noman was here for a moment, Rin was here for a moment. All of these guys, all of these sweetie peaties, thank you for checking out my stream. Thank you for being here. Decken, thank you for doing some of the math stuff with me. But for now, I'm going to jump off a skyscraper. Yeah, I'm really gonna do it this time. So, for now, all is left to be said. Stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay freaky. Hats out. Bye. You as well, Decken. Sleep well.